up, guys? Welcome to week number 21 of Goggins Force Training, take 2, since I accidentally deleted the old voiceover and half of the video clips. So what you're seeing here is the heavy squat workout from Monday. Since everything's been feeling so good in through the hip and hamstring and has been recovering well between training sessions, we decided to try and repeat the last heavy workout and actually start pushing some weight again here. So what you're seeing through the grainy Vaseline lens, that is my downloaded version of this clip from Facebook, 2 triples at 455. Both of them moved nice and smoothly without having any pain in through that hips, in through that hamstring, or any weight shift in through the hips. In fact, the reps actually felt all pretty smooth, while considering. I didn't feel like there was any slowing of the weight, and I didn't have to pump the brakes towards the end of the set to keep the hamstring from flaring up. I was also able to complete a set of 5 with 405 as a back off set, which is also a big deal because I have not been able to do a set of more than 3 reps pretty much at all, regardless of weight, in the last 8 months here. So that's also pretty exciting for me as well. So followed these with some glute ham raises and reverse hypers, and then actually about a half a mile of sled work outside since it's been nice out. Figured it'd be a good way to get in some isolateral work since I'm not doing any single leg lunging or split squatting or anything at the moment, with the added bonus of getting to be outside and hopefully become less fat by pushing the sled. But my backup plan is that if I for some reason end up the same amount of fat, that at least it will be brown fat from being outside in the sun, which kind of negates the need for me to get any less fat than I am. So did about a half a mile of that and called it a day. Light bench workout, nothing too exciting to talk about here, as usual, so I'm not going to. I did it and it's done, and that's about it. The deadlift training for the week, we decided to push the weight up again. Steve had me hit anywhere from 6 to 8 singles with 500 pounds. The reason for doing the singles, he says, is to minimize the amount of stress on the hip, glutes, and hamstrings. So instead of doing reps, still get some heavy work in, still build up some volume, but we're going to try and just train with singles for the next probably several weeks or so, just so I can start doing some heavier deadlifting without it overstraining that area as I'm still healing. So it'll also be a perfect way for me to start transitioning my hook grip work, since the best way to do that is with singles, and I've already been doing that for about 4 or 5 weeks now. But it's just all been with the lighter weight aside from last week's hook grip hold. So these all went really well. Went up to 405 before throwing the belt on, and those all felt really smooth. Hook grips feeling good. I have not no pain. I mean, it's never comfortable, but it does not feel any worse doing the work with 500 pounds than it has been doing the singles or like the 10-second holds that I did last week. So got all 8 singles with 500 pounds. These all moved pretty well, all considering. The first few were a little bit shaky just because I've not done anything over 315, or over 405. I did that one single a few weeks ago, but pretty much anything over 315 in about 5-6 weeks now. But strength is still there because I now have 2 functioning legs. It actually moved really well, and the hook grip is allowing me to get into a position where I can really feel myself driving into the floor, and my pressure in my feet is very even. So I can actually really feel the weight distribution between my quads and hamstrings, which is kind of a newer sensation as well. So thumbs lasted about the first half of those working sets. After the first 4, I did throw on straps to finish up the rest of the work sets, but that was fine, because I figured 4 singles at 500 plus all the warm-ups done hook grip is plenty, and I'll try and push that up next time. So did that, worked doubles on rack pulls at anywhere from 475 up to the top 2 doubles at 650. These all felt relatively easy. Followed that with some shrugs. I think I did 4 10s at 500, and then some more upper back work just over on the cable machine, and kind of called that a day. Somewhere over the course of this week, I'm assuming it's Monday or Tuesday night, I developed a fun case of butt trouble and have basically been pissing out of my ass ever since. and all of that finally caught up with me, probably with a bit of deadlift hangover thrown in there as well. So by the time I got to the Saturday bench workout, even though I planned for it as best I could, stayed hydrated and ate, I just really had no energy. So shut things down on the last warm-up with 295, which is supposed to be a triple and is usually really easy, but it just wasn't there. So we did a bunch of stuff outside, some side laterals, face pulls, some overhead press with the sled. Just kind of got a nice pump in through the shoulders and some free cardio again. So that is it. Hopefully I can get all of this GI shit taken care of. Hopefully I don't have like a parasite or something, but I will figure that out. And in the meantime, be sure to check out the gym's website, savagegym.com, and I will talk to you next week. Take care.